Lakers are gone. We hate to see that happen. It's just so sad. And I don't like this because now I like LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and I always have.
Yeah, I know.
And but in my heart, I will still dance on the grave of the Lakers anytime I can.
I was texting with a buddy of mine in the NBA, and he was like, "Yeah, you gotta love the Lakers going home." I'm like, I do, but like, this is difficult for me because like, Shaq throwing down that lob in that game caused me more conflict as a sports fan than any point in my life.
Yeah.
Because I loved Shaq so much. It was like, oh God. Like I've said it before. Like I cried when that happened because what it meant, the Blazers not going to the finals and everything else. But also it was like, it was a player that I loved.
Yeah.
And it's like with the
That
Lakers,
sucks.
you look at Braun and Luka and I'm like, God, I love watching these guys, but God, do I hate the jerseys they wear.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. They lost last night, and Minnesota moves on, and Ann Edwards doing a victory lap around Staples Center.
A literal victory lap.
It was one of my favorite things that happened.
Just talking crap to everyone.
And I hope more people do it. And especially in a game where it's... Are we not going to acknowledge the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves shot 7 of 47 from 3?
They missed 40 threes. 40.
And they won comfortably.
Yeah.
And that is the problem with the Lakers and what they have right now, because everything was at the rim, in the paint, and they were easy looks that they were generating. And how do you fix that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I loved Mark Williams too.
The smiley
taking
face.
to Twitter and just saying, yeah, you want to nix my trade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because remember, they had a center coming and they failed him on his physical, and he kept playing. In Charlotte.
Well, the realization was they were giving up so much for him.
So they failed him on his physical, and it came at the detriment of the Lakers. And
at least for this season.
LeBron did not seem like he really cared too much to be out there, especially late in the game. And really in this series, as the game wore on, you want to talk about why they're not scoring more than 20 points? Because it just almost felt like he felt the writing was on the wall.
I mean, LeBron wasn't putting his head down and going to the rim.
No. I thought when his knee buckled last night, I thought that was really bad.
Ooh. And
it turns out he really does love soccer.
Yeah. There's a group of people out there right now like, you think LeBron's done? I'm like, God, no.
Yeah, you teased an extension?
Yeah. So he's got a player option. The rumor mill and the intel coming out of Los Angeles is LeBron James is going to get an extension.
League minimum, of course.
What's going to be really interesting is, does LeBron see a chance at another title here with Luka? Does he finally do what he has to do here, which is give up a big old chunk of money?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to do that unless it guarantees them getting somebody.
This is going to go back to the conspiracy theorists, though. If it helps Bronny win a championship, then does LeBron do it?
Well, not only that, there's the other part of this of like, if you think LeBron James is going to go out on a series loss with his tail between his legs without having a retirement tour, not only was LeBron James not going to allow it, the swoosh is not going to allow it. Are you kidding me?
No.
When LeBron James is finally going to hang it up, it will be a year-long campaign of ass-kissing that you have never seen. Derek Jeter will blush at this.
Yeah. How do the how do the Lakers make this roster complete?
Luck, because nobody in the league wants to help them. After Nico gifted them Luka, every single team is going to extort a pound of flesh.
Except for whichever team folds and buckles and doesn't do it. I mean, it's
unless
one of the
somebody
most
really
frustrating
loves
things.
Austin Reeves. And look, it only takes one stupid team to be like, oh, Austin Reeves. Like somebody was like, well, what about Bam? Bam could go to LA. And I'm like, does Pat Riley love plucky white guys from the South that much? Like
maybe
Tyler Harrow and Austin Reeves? Good luck, brother.
Yeah, that's not what they need.
Good luck. So like the whole idea of them, like they went and made the deal for Mark Williams because they knew like what the deal was.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to, especially right after that trade, nobody's going to do anything. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what that goes. Because for those unaware, LeBron has a player option. That's what his deal is right now.
The Blazers aren't going to give up DeAndre Ayton for Austin Reeves, are they? Blazers need shooting. They're not going to do that, are they?
Austin Reeves, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
They're not going to do that, are they?
Here.
No, don't. Here's
my pushback on this.
I'm gonna lose my ass because if the Blazers are the team that helps them,
I had this exact trade discussion this morning with somebody, and he mentioned the amount of side eye and hell that LeBron would put DA through would pale in comparison to what happened in Phoenix. LeBron would kill him.
They need a big.
Look, from a transaction standpoint, Reeves and DFS for DA.
You want to talk about?
I think the Blazers would have to do that.
You want to talk about the Nike conspiracy theory? That would be the ultimate one. In that, Nike being in Beaverton has some sort of mole in the Blazers that helps the Lakers acquire a big man to help Luka and LeBron, their two biggest names.
And DA
right now.
is a shoe free agent now.
Oh, okay. He's no longer with Puma.
Yeah, he's been rocking Nikes.
There we go again.
Yeah. He was playing in those. He called them the Go Berts.
I don't need this in my life.
The Rudy Goberts. He's like, I got me those Go Berts on.
Look, I've been so happy with the Lakers losing. I just now that popped into my head, I'm in basketball hell.
I'll tell you what, from a basketball transaction standpoint, that would be a win for the Blazers.
Help me, Jesus!
No. That'd be a win for the Blazers.
Don't, man. Just.
I don't even think those, like, if anything, you redirect those assets for something else.
Don't.
Wouldn't be
Would it
against
work in LA?
I mean,
it'd be better than it
I'll
is
tell you
right
right
now
now,
in spades.
Luka and DA is terrifying.
Yeah. No.
The Lakers ending up with the two, quote unquote, best prospects in the front end of that draft. Remember, they came in the same draft. It's like be kind of terrifying. And so very Lakers.
No. Strong no. Like, yeah, no.
Mm-mm. Nobody should help them, especially not Portland.
Portland's kind of helping themselves there, though.
No. Mm-mm.
Just saying.
I'm out.
Just saying.
I'm out. All right. Well, the Timberwolves did move on. And look, the NBA playoffs, if you're looking down the line at what could be on tap for us, dude, we have potential of Timberwolves and Warriors, which is also an interesting matchup with Gobert
and
Draymond, and maybe somebody's going to get choked out.
I tell you what, if the Rockets end up pulling, how hilarious would it be if the Rockets come back from 3-1 and Steve Kerr gets tagged with the Doc Rivers?
Ooh. Well, he's got championships.
Well, I know, but so does Doc.
Well, he's got championships. That was plural.
Okay, but still, imagine if Steve Kerr drops 2-3-1 leads.
Yeah, that'd be brutal, dude.